At this point, everybody got to go. Everybody is back crazy. Jane, you was crazy from the start of your birth. Gary, get out of here. We cannot trust you. You are a op. Let's talk about Paradise, y'all. Episode 6. Wow, what a show. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Lawrence Reports. Talk about my review of Paradise, episode 6. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Please not forget to comment. Let's talk about Paradise. Listen, Gary. I'm gonna start off with Gary. Gary, you basically again confessed your love for Terry. Once again, when you said these haunting words right here, my guy. Well, actually, it's really Xavier who says, if anything happens to me, I want you to find her and tell her that our kids are in Colorado and I came all the way to find her and I made it. And for you to make sure that she's safe and you make sure she's taken well taken care of, right? And of course, that's when Gary responds, that's all I ever wanted to do. And then Gary detonates that bomb. What are we doing, Gary? What are we doing? What are we doing? You're still in love with Terry? Like her man is right there. I had a feeling that Gary may end up turning. Well, he was already turning, but I didn't know it's going to be this bad. But what was meant for evil turned out good because we ended up seeing Terry rush in there because everybody hears that explosion. And that is when we see Terry and Xavier finally meet. And now he got his wife back and everything seemed like it may be okay for now, but we will see. Let's talk about Jane. She's the main focus of this story as well because we're getting her backstory, just how crazy this woman really is. She really was a psychopath, literally from birth. They got that little like prophecy, I guess you can say, that she was going to be a dangerous person. She was going to be a weapon, right? And one of the crazy parts to me was when Sinatra and her, they had that conversation that, Sinatra was starting to remember that it was Jane who ended up shooting her, right? Which is crazy. So now her memory is back. And then we also know this right here. From early starts, when it comes to Jane, she had an imaginary friend. She tried to get people killed in her teenage years, right? So she's literally built to be a weapon. She took out all the other people that was close to Sinatra, right? Billy, all of them, like the whole nine. She took out all these other people. Everybody's gone. And she's the only one left in the intel. And to think about it, I love how Sinatra was like, well, since you're this weapon, we're gonna send you out there to meet up with Link and them. So she met up with Link, and now Link is going to go back and meet up with Sinatra eventually. I thought it was pretty funny how Jane had a crush on Link because we saw how she moved her hair around and she called him a cutie. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Listen, I'll go with you, but I gotta take this certain amount of men." And I thought that was pretty funny because she's been on a wild streak lately. Maybe Link can calm her down, but I don't know. But did y'all also see Ryan Michelle Bath, that is Sterling K. Brown's wife? She made her debut. Well, she made her appearance in this episode of Paradise, which I thought was dope in itself. Now she's playing like this counselor and stuff like that. She's giving her these breathing exercises and all that meditation. Listen, that is not going to work on a stone cold killer like Jane, right? Because even when it came to Jane, when it was having a conversation about the promotion, and it was like, oh well, he only got the promotion because you said he had the man's private part, and she uh, goes to where uh Brian Michelle, I forgot the character name, but she goes to the apartment or house where she was staying. She gives her that box, and what's in that side of that box is more than likely a man's, you know, and that's when they kind of shift to a whole nother scene. So this woman is crazy, but the good thing about it, people are starting to realize how crazy she is and how she's basically been one of the main people that had just been slipping through the cracks altogether. Dr. Tarabi, she kind of knows, right? Because Robinson ended up telling her that, I didn't see Jane. Xavier didn't see it. It was undercover. Neither one of us saw that she was basically a plant, right? That she was basically a inside man, like a sleeper cell, like doing, a double agent, right? And Robinson is down there in that bunker now, further in the jail. She ended up seeing the president's son down there. And I thought that it was funny when she see the president's son, this man had the audacity to say, I'm not gonna let one of my dad's side pieces basically tell me what to do. But we know Robinson is gonna come in being a help later because uh the son, he and that scientists are going to try to get a plan together to try to escape, right? Robinson basically saves the day for them. So now Robinson's on the team. The son and scientists are trying to escape. And also, I got to talk about the children aspect of it as well. Now, we know Xavier's daughter ends up seeing Sinatra's daughter, and the daughter lets Sinatra's daughter know that your mom is not all about who she seems to be. So now Sinatra's daughter approaches her and asks her like, "Yo, are you Sinatra?" And she claims the mom Sinatra is talking about, "Oh, well, I didn't do anything to those people. Do everything I can to rescue them. Stop it." You know what I mean? Like we know the truth about who Sinatra truly is. And I was wondering, are we going to see, some more Xavier in this episode? They kind of saved the best for last because we know he's getting ready to, plant that bomb, right? And, while he's doing it, he has Gary to be the lookout man. But Gary is going to end up spoiling everything. He's going to end up messing up the entire plan because he confesses that, you know, hey, I'm sorry, Xavier. I know you want to protect Terry, but that's something that I want to do as well. I'm like, bro, are you serious right now? So that's, of course, as we get to the end, that is when, the plan is foiled. Terry ends up seeing Xavier, and then that's how they cut it off. I'm like, man, y'all really left us with a crazy cliffhanger. We've been waiting for this moment for quite some time. Y'all left us with this major cliffhanger. I'm like, bro, y'all could have gave us the next episode. Come on now. But that's my thoughts about Paradise, man. We will end up seeing more like a Xavier and Terry getting together on the next episode. I can't imagine what that is going to be like. And as always, thank you for tuning into the Lawrence Report.